Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and he's having a shop about this. Welcome back to the Celtic Football Manager, the self-isolation save. It's finally back after about a month. I was waiting, I was building suspense for the second season, and judging by the response and the comments to every single video and tweet and everything that I've put up over the last month, you have been desperate for this. So I better get that million views on this. I'm joking. But if you want another episode tomorrow, here's something. Never do this. 200 likes. 200 likes and another episode will be up tomorrow. I promise you that. But today I'm here to wrap up obviously in the last episode we kind of got towards the end of the first season. I said the next episode would be the start of the second season. We're going to go through the kind of end of season stuff for the first season in this, and then we'll kick on to the start of the second season, look at some signings, look at who's leaving, who's coming in, blah blah blah, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be very straightforward. Of course, we've won the league. It was the only thing we won. We got to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. We were knocked out by Arsenal. We were knocked out in the cup, both in early rounds. Of course, in the fifth round by Hearts, and then the quarterfinals by Motherwell. We never made Hampden once this season. So the 10 in a row season is coming. And not only do we just need to win the league, we need to improve in the cups, because last season wasn't the greatest. In Europe we did really well though. I was really proud of how we did perform in Europe. We were so unlucky against Arsenal. If you've not seen the stuff, then make sure go watch. In the Premiership though, the league table finished as such, 95 points. We only lost 3 times throughout the season. There's 1-0 to Hearts away from home, 2-1 to Rangers at Celtic Park. And then the other loss came in the final day of the season, where I played an utter rotation side. It was against Hearts as well. I think we lost to Hearts twice throughout the season. It says we had 3 losses, but I can't seem to find the third loss. I don't know where it is. But anyway, Hearts beat us 1-0. Naismith, as you can see, the team was kind of all over the place. Forster, Frimpong, Holden, Cooper, Hayes, El Yunusi, Beaton, Turnbull, Forrest, Johnson, Edward. But it was still a good team. But we did lose the other game that we played off camera, because obviously the last game we played, we got the 9 in a row against Rangers. Motherwell. 5-0 win. A very good performance. David Turnbull scored an absolute screamer. It was goal of the season in my eyes. You did miss it. But it was fantastic. And we ended the season very, very strongly with that win. But then obviously lost to Hearts. But it didn't mean too much. There is the season review. It was expected to be champions. We did do that. The Cups obviously could have been a lot better. Match of the season was beating Hibs 6-1. The moment to forget was losing at Celtic Park to Rangers. We used the highest amount of players within the Premiership. 30 players got a game this season, and our average attendance was 59,000, which is very, very good. The end of season awards, Bolingoli got the fans player of the season. You never thought you'd see it. You never thought you'd see it. But what a season he had! 17 goals, 15 assists from left back. No wonder. What a season this guy had. And you know, there's no way I can justify replacing him going into next season, is there? Like, after a season like that, I don't really need to sign another left back. Goal of the season was in Cham. Donny van de Beek was sign of the season, and young player of the season was Olivier Cham. And the team of the season was given as such in the kind of 5-2-1-2 formation. Forster, Julian, Ayer, Cooper got in, Bolingoli, Alamed, and Cham, Brown, Christie, Edward, and Griffiths. Funnily enough, McGregor was left out of the team of the season, which was odd to see, considering I think he played more games. The Celtic board have game of divisions for the upcoming season. Basically win the league again, get to the Champions League group stages again, which we did do last year, which was an achievement. Of course, we just kind of skimmed over that. I didn't even talk about that enough. And then just continue to go on and do that. So we'll accept the club vision. That's fine and dandy. At the end of season team meeting, I guess there's only one thing to say to them. Congratulations, we're doing it again next season. Thank you very much. The team is looking good, apart from Near Baton, who's actually leaving us, so it doesn't really matter. He's going to Young Boys when his contract is up. Well, when the season is up, his contract isn't up, but he's leaving to go there, which means we may need to bring in someone for a little bit of depth in the middle of the park. I don't know if the board have set my the taxes came off. That's not good. The commercial summary, there we go. We've earned a lot of money over the year. Forest was the top selling shirt, surprisingly, over the likes of Edward, Griffiths, McGregor, and Cham. But money's been up and everything. Look at the annual revenues, up. Nothing has went down, which is fantastic. They've given us a new scouting budget. But as for the team, you know, this was the team that we played towards the end of the season. If I sort it by my best 11, right? Okay, let's do this for a minute. Sort it by the best 11. This is our apparent best 11. For me, there is not a lot of signings we need to make here, depending on people leave. Maybe a striker. I think Griffiths, he did have a good season. He did have a really good season, but he is getting on a little bit. I would like to be prolific in Europe to the point where we can score. Even though Griffiths did play well in Europe as well. 3 goals in the Europa League within 5 starts. And a goal in the Champions League as well. So I don't know. We'll see when we get the transfer budget out. Edouard didn't have the greatest season, joking. 33 goals in 54 games. Not quite his FM standards, but unbelievable nonetheless. He is wanted though by Crystal Palace and Schalke. I'm sure we can keep him here for the 10 in a row season. We'll be losing the likes of El Yunusi, Bauer and Arzani and Fraser Forster. So we will need to maybe make some signings. But the transfer budget, it's been set. We've got £30 million. Nice. Nice. Okay. This clause for Stuart Armstrong, he's not going to go for... I'm just going to take the money because he's not going to go for any more. The person who might though is Tierney, so I'm not going to sell that clause. Although I would get £7 million right now if I decided to. But you know what he turns out to be like in FM, so I don't really want to run the risk of selling that when he could leave for like £100 million or something. So we won't play that risk. But I guess the only thing to do now is simulate a little bit, and we'll see what happens. And get ready, because I would like to play a game in this episode just so it's not all admin stuff. There's not really anything else I need to go over. I think the rest of the... If you want to see how the rest of all the leagues finished, then I'll give it a quick over. So St Johnstone are in the playoffs. They might go down. Hamilton finally went down. Rangers second. Motherwell, Hearts, Hibs and Aberdeen rounded up the top 6. I mean, Hearts finished 4th. What a season for them, compared to real life. In the Championship, Dunfermline could come up. Big Dave will be on the edge of his seat. Dundee United have came up. Partick Thistle and Morton were both relegated from the Championship. Thistle having an absolute nightmare. 1 goal done it between them and Queen of the South. That is mental. League 1, we have seen Stranraer go down, and Rafe and Falkirk will come up. And then finally, in League 2, Stennismuir are going up a division, which is quite a surprise. You know, you'd expect it to be Cove or Edinburgh, but there we go, Stennismuir coming up. Anyway, winners news, I'll break it to you. Well, a big development, just so we can keep him here a little bit longer, and sure he's here for 10. We have just offered Odds and Edouard a 40k a week deal to keep him here until May 2024. Massive news. It was after Crystal Palace were apparently going to bid 20 million for him, which I didn't want to risk him saying, I want to go to the Premier League. So I've given this contract. It's a lot of money, 40 grand a week. No, 39 grand a week. But no release clause, no nothing. He should be here for a long, long time. Another massive piece of news is Fraser Forster won't be coming to us next season. His wage demands are just far too high. £82,000 a week he was looking for. The club are restricting me to giving him £51,000 a week. He's not going to be joining this next season. We'll need to look for a new goalkeeper unless we can get him on loan, but I very much doubt it. It is a shame, of course. I mean, we got a good offer. We got a good deal going. It was £9 million, but it's not going to happen, sadly. Of course, I forgot James Forrest is leaving us. He won't be here for 10 in a row. We accept a £10 million bid for him to go to Everton. So just remember, we're going to have to improve the right mid position because that's a massive loss, of course, losing Forrest. I mean, we don't really play... If we play with a 5-2-1-2 once again, then we won't need to. But I was kind of want to change things up this season and go for something different. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. It's going to be an interesting summer, to say the least. Forgot to update on who won the Scottish Cup. Aberdeen beat Motherwell in the final. A 1-0. Couldn't have been a very exciting game, to be honest. Look at the average rating of Scottish Cup games, though, eh? Look who's at number 1. Johnny Hayes. Always. Right, the end of season awards are out, and first things first, don't know how, but Stephen Davis has claimed Football Writers Player of the Year after 30 appearances, 9 goals and 10 assists, and Cham came in at number 3. Edouard, top goal scorer with 17 league goals. Goal of the season went to Jermaine Hilton of Motherwell, and the Team of the Year was extremely Celtic dominated. Forster, Julian Ayer, Bolingoli, and Cham McGregor. McGregor didn't even get in our team of the season, and yet he's in here. Edouard and Griffiths. So that's it. That's the end of the season awards. Wow. Very exciting. At least we can say we were knocked out the Europa League by the winners. Arsenal won the Europa League. Who did they beat in the final? Who would they have got in the final if we went through? Leipzig. Oh, right, maybe we wouldn't have won it. I don't know. That's making me think. Lone players to leave. Moritz Bauer will be leaving shortly. I suppose the other ones will as well, like Forster. You see, we got a lot of money in though at the end of the season there for the Champions League stuff, so that's good. The club must be in a very healthy financial situation. Released players. The players we've released are Ben Whaley, Aidan Gibb, Paul Kennedy, and Michael Sparks. Okay, and then this is next season's contracts, which will be coming up to an end, which we'll deal with when the time comes. Scott Brown has only got 1 year left in his deal. We gave Gordon another year, by the way. And apart from that, nothing really else. Now it's time to go and sign some players. Let's do that. A laughable offer of 16 million for Christopher Ajer from Aston Villa will be rejected. We're not going to let him go there. For such a low fee anyway, especially the player he turns out to be in this game. So, this season I kind of want to use the 4-2-3-1 because it worked best in Europe. If I was to pick without restriction my best 11 by taking out the loan players because they won't be here next season, then this is the kind of team we're looking at. Now, for me, this is an incredibly good team. Van de Beek is going to be starting though. I mean, Scott Brown can't be dropped for the 10-in-a-row season. This, for me, take out Christie as well, is the best 11 that we have at the club. Defensively, I don't think we need to make any signings. It's wingers and a goalkeeper that are the priority. If we do that, I don't mind spending all my money there. So, I mean, if we go into scouting and look at the players that it has recommended for me to sign, at the top of the list is Boya Mayoral. He's a striker though, that's his best position, so we don't need strikers. Jorginho Rutter, who's a young Frenchman, who could be decent I suppose, but we don't know how he is on the right hand side. We need to find that out. Has a lot of potential, maybe. See, that's the thing, I don't like using the scouting system too much because it's very hit and miss. Just realised it probably helps if I just took off the striker only filter. But we've got some. Aberi Eze is requested to leave QPR, who would be a magnificent player over on that left hand side, I would imagine. I mean, you look at him, he is destined for big things. Aberi Eze would be a fantastic signing over on the left. So he's a centre mid. I was like, I like the look of Longstaff. But do you know what? First player I think I might go in for is I might put a £10 million offer in for Aberi Eze and see what is said. He's worth 11. He's requested to leave. They want 18.5. We can make this work. I'm going to offer them. Oh no, I don't loan them back. I don't want to loan them back. You're joking. I'm going to offer instalments as well of another £7.5 million. Bring that down to 20%. They still want a wee bit too much for my liking. I mean, I don't want to give them too much money for a championship player. Now they've went up. You know, that's just now they're putting their offer up, for Pete's sake. Just, do you know what? £17.5 million. That is enough for a Aberi Eze, surely. That'd be a good. Now they want more money. Bonus for winning the Scottish Cup. So they want £3 million whenever we win that. No. Okay. Right. Fine. Okay. That's alright. We'll do it. Aberi Eze could be the first signing. There's one player down. Right winger and a goalkeeper to go. I mean, all I'm saying is, for £12 million, Erik Lamela would be quite the signing. I'm going to try and be ambitious here and offer. I mean, it would be quite the signing for Celtic, wouldn't he? Let's be honest. He was a starlet back in the day. 28 now. It's like peak. They want a bonus for winning the Scottish Cup as well. Everybody just think we're going to win the Scottish Cup now because we could have done it last year. That's Lamela as well. Do we only need a goalkeeper? I mean, I don't know how much a week he's got. I better check this out because Lamela's on 80 grand a week as it is. Let me just not get ahead of myself. Because, you know, if they want that much, he might want tons. Aberi Eze shouldn't want too much. We'll get the contract negotiations going with him. He wants to be a squad player at first. Well, you're going to be right in the first team, mate, so you better buck up your ideas. That's what we've been suggested to give him. I'll offer him it, see what he says. He wants 42 grand a week. Yeah, if you're nut. 42 grand for Aberi Eze. Alright. There we go, that's that. Here's the big one. Erik Lamela. This would be a coup, to say that he wants 75 grand a week. Do you know what? If you take 60, we'll get this gone. We'll get a wee shindig gone here, Ericsson. I mean, this would be huge. Did him up, guy, Erik. We want 60. He's accepted 60 grand a week. Erik Lamela is going to be signing for Celtic. What is happening? We've got our two wingers already. For £5 million, I think I'm going to go with All Reliable. This guy has never let me down in Football Manager. It is Mr. Jeroen Zoet, who is at PSV on loan to Utrecht. He wants £5 million, only 26 grand a week. He has always been my go-to goalkeeper for Celtic in Football Manager. Has took me to Europa League glory, winning the Europa League. Has took me to Champions League semi-finals. This man has never let me down. I know people will say there's no Fraser Forster, but I can't sign Forster. He wants 80 grand a week. What am I meant to do? I know I'm giving 60 to Lamela, but can't exactly help it. Unless there is a chance, unless there is a slight chance we can get Forster back. I don't think we will be able to. I'll give it a go. I'll try one more time, see if he's cheered up and wanted a little less money. I have a big feeling he's just going to say no flat out. We're not going to get Fraser Forster back next season. We'll give it a go. We'll see. He wants to be an important player, negotiate a contract, suggest an offer. Do you know what? 69 grand a week, I think, is a very fair. He wants £94,000 a week. He would be the highest paid player in Scottish Premiership history. I can't afford. Well, I can afford it, but I'm not doing it. I'm not giving him that much. I'll offer 70. I'll try and spruce things up a bit. At max, I'm giving him is 70 grand a week. The absolute max I'm giving him is 70 grand a week. We will sit here and fight. Okay, 72 grand a week. I'll offer him that. He's took it. Okay. Bugger Zoet. We're getting Fraser Forster. Where's Zoet? Bye, Zoet. See you after, Zoet. We don't need you anymore. Withdraw the transfer offer. Fraser Forster could be coming back. Huge news. The first signing is about to be made. Aberieze is going to be joining the club for a fee that could rise to £20.5 million. A lot of money. £17.5 million. £8 million were deducted from this season transfer budget. I've used him before at Aston Villa and Football Manager. I did like him. He was very, very good. I'm just hoping that he's very, very good for me now because it's a lot of money. We need to make sure we have it. If worst comes to worst, I can cash in on that Tierney thing and bring in £8 million. But I don't want to do that. I want to just try and get everything done with the money I've got now. The big man is back. Fraser Forster has signed for £72,000 a week. I can't believe I'm paying that to a 32-year-old goalkeeper, but it's Fraser Forster. And we also had an offer accepted for Harry Wilson. Then I've seen his wage demands. I mean, that is madness. We'll go and see what he says. We'll offer that as a promise and see what he wants a week. But if he does want 100 grand, let's walk away. Not going to happen. Not paying Harry Wilson £100,000 a week. No chance. But Fraser Forster has signed. Huge news right there. In other news, the club has moved up 11 places to the 36th best club in Europe, which is actually really good when you think about it. I mean, can I click on it? I can't see because of the mic. I mean, we've moved up 11 places. We're above the likes of Monaco, PSV, Bruges, Bilbao, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Wolfsburg. You know, we're some big teams, and we're just going to keep going up, I imagine, with the signings we're making and the places we're getting. We've gained an extra place for the Champions League as well, which is good because Scotland has moved up 5 places in the coefficients table, which is madness. And then this is the playing time expectations for the new season. Greg Taylor expects me a regular start. Probably golly, was your player of the year last year, pal. We're still waiting on Lamela to arrive. The thing is, because he's Argentinian, there's going to be work permit issues that I imagine. Scott Brown is annoyed that we've let James Forrest go. I'm going to go and speak to him. Yeah, I just thought he'd outgrown the club. It's for the good of his career. Okay, I don't know what to say to him. I think you need. There we go. We've sorted it. We've sorted it with Bruni. We've just told him fuck up, and that has worked. Let's welcome the squad back. You know, we're going to win the title. That's it. Thank you. Erik Lamela should be here soon, hopefully. The team, look at them in Ireland, the camp. It's absolutely outstanding. I think we're going to have a fantastic year. In all honesty, a very good year. I can see us win the treble. And the draw for the first qualifier for the Champions League has been done. Shamrock Rovers. Oh, that's a good draw. We're heading over to Ireland, boys. Love it. Good draw. Hopefully we batter them. Like 25-0. We'll also get the draw done for the next round as well, which will see us play Shamrock Rovers or Celtic will play either Sheriff Tiraspol or KF Tirana. So either side from Moldova or Albania. And the final signing of the episode, Erik Lamela. He has rejected Premier League side Sheffield United to come to Celtic. Madness. What a signing. We're paying him 60 grand a week. But Erik Lamela, who would have thought he'd have seen the day where he and Donny van de Beek would be playing for Celtic? We are going to shut up this season. We are absolutely... Well, it's going to be a fantastic season. So let's just have a look very briefly at what I believe to be our strongest starting 11. Just very, very quickly, if I can find Lamela. There we go. That is a dangerous team if you ask me. Fraser Forster, Jeremy Frimpong, Christopher Ayer, Rob Holding, Bolly Bolingoli, Scott Brown, Callum McGregor, Erik Lamela, Donny van de Beek, Abiri Eze, and Odsonne Edouard. What a starting 11. And then we've just got like power on over here. Like we've got the likes of Encham, we've got the likes of Encham, Griffiths, Johnny Hayes. Oh mate, this is going to be a season and a half. And that is where I'm going to wrap up this episode with the signings that have been made. We've had Jonathan Afolabi loan for Livingston. Yep, we'll accept. That wraps it up. We've spent a good bit of money there this season. It's not kind of morphed into the next season yet. So I think we've spent 20 million, 30 million, and then so about £45 million we've just spent in this episode. It's a good way to end it up, which means in the next episode we could get into the new season. We can go and play Shamrock Rovers. We can see how things are done. We won't have Donny van de Beek as he is out on Euros duty with Holland. It's going to be madness. Just out of curiosity, who won the Champions League last season? Because I want to know if we ever take on the champions of Europe. Barcelona won it, beating Liverpool in the final. Come on. But aye, that's about it. That does it. So there's no games in this episode. Remember, 200 likes on the episode tomorrow. See you all next time.